Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to go through my top 6 foundations for oily to combination skin. So I have really bad combination skin. I am super dry on the outsides of my face along here, and then I am so oily, like so oily between my T-zone here and especially here. You can see there's a tiny bit of oil already building up here. So I gotta say though, this foundation that I have on right now, I have had on since about 7 o'clock this morning, and it is currently 6:53. I've had this on all day. People have talked about it here on YouTube. I just don't feel like they've talked about it enough. It's not getting the recognition that it needs. So I'm going to be touching on that one today in this video. But before we get into the video, oh my god, I got the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette right here. I was obsessed with Volume 1, but I've been so inspired by colours lately. I will pop my Instagram for my makeup content in the description box below, along with my personal account. Do feel free to go onto those and follow me there. I would love to have you as part of my community over there. But this palette, oh my god, I mean, look. Oh my god, look at these colours. Look how vibrant that is. I mean, what more could you ask for in a palette? It's like perfection. So before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe before you leave if you like this kind of content. I know that in the past couple of videos I have asked what you guys would like to see in future videos. This was not something that was brought up, but I would love to hear from you guys in terms of what kind of videos you would like to see in the description box below. I would absolutely love your feedback. Also, with my setting keeps on changing. Let me know if you prefer this setting with the white background or the setting that has my big Etoile Collective mirror in the background. I love both, but obviously what works best for you guys. And before we jump into the video, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm going to go through these foundations from least favorite to most favorite. The most favorite being the one that I'm wearing on my skin right now. So I'm not going to spend too much time on each foundation, but I'm going to tell you what I like about it and why it is in my top 6. And all of these I highly recommend if you are a professional makeup artist. These ones are long wearing, and I recommend all of these ones. If you want to build your kit, maybe grab one from each of these brands, like one particular shade, and then build your kit from there. I do long hours in a corporate office, and these survive in the terrible air conditioning in there, which just destroys everyone's skin. It makes you really dry, it can make you really oily, it can go either way, but these guys really do kill it when it comes to longevity and looking fantastic on the skin. So the first one that I've got to talk to you guys about is the MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation. This has SPF 15, so there may be a little bit of flashback in there when you are taking photos. However, if it's somebody that is looking for a bit more protection in their foundations for whatever reason, this could be a good one. Now the one that I've got here is in NC20. These are from my kit as well. So this is like a satin sort of finish, so it's a medium to full coverage. When it sets down a little bit more matte, but it is beautiful. This is a really nice one for more mature skin as well, because it doesn't tend to sit in the lines. So I love this one for a variety of clients in my makeup kit as well. They work really well, like I said, for mature age clients, and they also work really well for younger clients as well. A little bit more medium in terms of coverage, rather than absolutely slathering them up with something like the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, which is like cement for the face. This is absolutely fantastic for a range of clients if you are a makeup artist. So I super recommend this one. So the next foundation on my top 6 foundations that I recommend for oily to combination skin is the Dior Backstage Foundation. So this one is in 2N. This is a neutral. This is in a really cute little bottle. It's plastic, so it's not really going to smash or anything in your kit. It is a fully customizable foundation, so it does have coverage on it that you want to create, which I really appreciate. So on days when my skin's a little bit better, I mean, I am prone to breakouts as well. I do tend to get them quite a lot around here, which is hormonal. So my hormones are still quite imbalanced, regardless of the fact that I'm 26, and I do still get breakouts from that. So it sucks, but you deal with it. So this one here works really well for when my skin is probably a little bit on the more clear side. It is fantastic. It's very skin-like. It again is a satin finish. I do prefer a satin finish over everything else, to be honest. I don't really like dewy because anything that has dewy in it means that my skin is going to go oily like that. I mean, even certain setting sprays can make my skin go oily and it sucks. So for me, the best setting spray is the D-Slick by Urban Decay. Highly recommend if you have combo or oily skin. I really like that one. Or there's the Huda Beauty one, I've heard is really good. This foundation is reasonably priced as well. I will have all the prices for the foundations that I mentioned today in the description box below. So if there's anything you want to try, do look down there and I will have all the information that you need. But this one again is probably second. It probably does come equal to the Studio Sculpt for me. Again, this is really good for mature age skin. It doesn't have super long staying power. I wouldn't have this on my face for longer than maybe 6 hours, just because it doesn't look as nice. It starts to kind of lift a little bit around my nose. The Studio Sculpt doesn't do that. However, this is a bit more skin-like and a bit more even throughout the day. So that's why this one is 5th and not 6th. So the next foundation that I have to talk to you guys is, again, a bit more of a relatively recent purchase. I really enjoy it. It's something that I will be using on my brides in the future. I do need to get more shades. It is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. That took me 3 goes to say that. What is wrong with me? But this is the liquid version. So originally the stick version of this foundation came out and then they followed it up with the liquid version. The stick, I don't know what it is about it. It breaks up on me. I don't know why. It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning for about 3 hours and then it starts to break up on me. But what I was hoping for was the finish of that foundation and the look of that foundation, but in a liquid form. This one, yeah, works really quite well for me. I got this one in the shade Buff. Now this one was a little bit pricey. I think it was $87 off the top of my head, but again, everything will be in the description box below for you guys. I do really quite like it. Again, it is that satin kind of finish. It has a pump, which is really good. I have recently purchased the new concealer from Hourglass and I do like their setting powder. So I like to use the 3 in conjunction with one another because they do play really well with one another, and considering Hourglass is a bit more like a dewy kind of luminous sort of brand, it actually doesn't trigger my oils, which is a huge bonus because although I like gear towards more matte sort of products, just because I mean, I know that I'm going to oil up. It's nice to, I don't know, still look youthful and glowy and, I don't know, stand out and be like, wow. And I feel like you can get that with this product. This is a very good product for in photos as well. It has great staying power and fantastic for brides. So moving on to my 3rd favorite foundation that I recommend for oily and combination skin is by Urban Decay. It is the Stay Naked foundation. This one is in the shade 30WY and it matches my fake tan perfectly. I actually don't think I've got a better shade match to me aside from this one, and that is because it doesn't oxidize. It doesn't alter the state of its color at all throughout the day. When you put it on, that's the shade it's going to stay. I find with a lot of foundations it does slightly alter. The ones that I've talked about today so far aren't too bad, but this one is by far the best in terms of consistent color. So it again has a pump. Pretty much everything I've talked about today either has a pump or is a squeezy tube. It's not a pouring sort of situation. I feel like we left that in 2013. I mean, who uses pouring stuff anymore? Everybody wants a pump, and if you don't have a pump, get with the times. So this one here again is a medium to full coverage. It is a satin finish, kind of gearing more towards the matte. So it's definitely still within that satin spectrum, but it's definitely more towards the mattifying side of things. Now this is fantastic for my entire face. It doesn't break up in certain areas and then oil up in other areas. It seems to be like quite consistent over my entire face, and again, plastic bottle, so it's not going to break in your kit. This is a product that would work for all age groups. If you are a makeup artist working on a variety of clients, you could use this on somebody who is going to a high school formal, and then you could use this on somebody who is mature aged for whatever event that they're attending. It's very versatile in terms of what it can achieve, and the coverage is beautiful. If you have not already given this a go, you have to run out and get this because it is so fantastic. So coming in at number 2, this has been my favorite for a while. I absolutely absolutely adore this foundation. I literally, like the last 2 weeks, this has been kicked off #1 spot. So I have loved this for years. It is the Nars foundation. Everybody talks about this. It is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, again by Nars. It was like heaven. So it's full coverage. Like from the first application, I consider this to be full coverage. I've heard some people say that it's medium coverage. It is flawless. So I use this with a beauty blender. I feel like that is the best way to apply this particular foundation, and it just wears really well throughout the day and is really beautiful for brides. It works super well for people with dry skin and with oily skin, and I think that's why for combo girls it's just so fantastic. So this does come in at about $78, I'm pretty sure, from Mecca, but it is so worth the money. I mean, you cannot go wrong with Nars. I swear to God, Nars as a collective brand does the best face products, like in terms of your base, your concealers, your foundations, your primers, all that sort of stuff. I really do feel like Nars knows what they're doing, and they have really mastered the art of a base for all complexion types. The price can be a little bit scary. I just definitely think pull the trigger, go pick it up. You will literally feel like your life has been changed. I seriously think that this is one of the best foundations in the market. We're down to the best one. Oh my God. Okay, so this is like a recent find of mine. For it to just take out top spot so quickly is like a huge deal, because I've been using my Nars foundation that I just showed you guys for a long time. Now, the thing about this foundation that has knocked that foundation off top spot is the longevity in terms of touch-ups. So I would find that I would put my makeup on at around 7 o'clock in the morning, and then by around about 10:30 I would need to start doing my touch-ups, especially around here and here, and then on my chin as well. They're the bits that just build oil like no tomorrow, and then by 10:30 I would need to start doing that, and then basically every hour and a half from there I would need to touch up. And I would use my Makeup Forever Velvet Skin powder to do that, because that stuff is also fantastic. So if you haven't tried it, what are you doing? Go out and get it. So this particular foundation, it comes in 2 types. There is a luminous version of it, but then this is the more mattifying version of it. But honestly, like I said, I'm wearing this on my skin right now. I've had this on since 7 AM. I think it's 7 PM now. It's actually 7:12 PM right now, and literally I'm so impressed with how this looks. I mean, yeah, I'm developing a little bit of oil here, but quite frankly, it's nothing for me to be concerned about whatsoever. So the foundation is by Laura Mercier. It is their Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. This is a frosted bottle, and the other one is a Lumiere finish. So it's a lot more luminous, it's a lot more glowy, and I do have that foundation and it does look stunning on the skin. It's just for my skin type, it just doesn't work. So this one is in the shade Cashew, which is super popular. It is so hard to get this shade. If you see it in store in either this particular formula or in the other formula, trust me, you're gonna want to snap it up, because not only does it match the Bondi Sands Aero Tan perfectly, it literally matches so many different undertones. There's something about this foundation, it's like a chameleon. It's like you put it on the skin and it just works. Like there's magic. There must be like magic or something in this bottle, because it is absolutely incredible. I love this foundation. Again, has a pump. Mine's dirty because I used it. This one isn't actually too expensive off the top of my head. I think it was $72. I find that the high-end foundations do tend to range between $55 to $90 for the high-end stuff. This one is a bit more reasonable. It is very, very good. Like, I don't really know what else to say. It's just very, very good. If you guys have any questions about this particular foundation, do let me know in the description box below, because I'm just so excited and I just don't see enough people talking about it. Like, I hear so many people talking about the luminous version of this foundation. Why aren't people talking about this one? If you do get a chance, Mecca sells these, or some David Jones and Maya counters that have them freestanding, they also sell them. So if you can get your hands on it, definitely do it. I just can't get over how how good this looks on my skin. I mean, this has been on my skin for like 12 hours. So they were all of my top 6 foundations that I recommend for oily to combination skin. If you have any questions about any of the foundations that I mentioned today, please do let me know in the description box below. Alternatively, you can reach out to me on my Instagram page. I do have a makeup artistry Instagram page. I will have that linked in the description box as well. So go and follow me on there. And I'm pretty sure that is everything that I need to talk about in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me. And do not forget to subscribe before you leave. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.